And we're live.
All right, welcome everybody. Abigail Duran, Alan Scott here in the Tatum Gymnasium, and we have a surprise broadcast tonight. Well, it's not a surprise to Tatum. They knew they were playing here. But there was an error on the Max Prep schedule that had them playing at Loving. However, they were playing here, as you can see, and it's underway here. The JV match must have gone pretty quickly. This was scheduled for 6, and it's well before that now, about 20 till, maybe a little less than that, but it's underway. It is the first set of this match, and we are tied at 4, so you haven't really missed out on anything. And want to thank Abigail for joining us again, and it's always nice to see you, Abby. You doing okay today?
Yes, I'm doing fine. How are you?
I am good, and we've got lovely weather, and it's not hot in the gym, and there's a shot that goes in for the Loving Lady Falcons, and it's 5-4. The guests have the lead. And a lot of times, and I have been guilty sometimes of it, you kind of dismiss Loving as, well, they play hard, but they don't compete. And then every now and then, they'll get a good team. They'll get a good boys basketball team, a good girls volleyball team. And not to say that they are not good, but they sometimes don't have the caliber that other teams have. And in this one, they have pretty much an even record with Tatum when you look at the big picture. And by the way, the score now is 6-4, so Loving is up by 2. You look at the big picture, and Tatum is 6-8 on the year. They play hard, they're scrappy, and but they are just a little bit under 500. However, they beat Eunice in an important match the other night, and so that makes them 1-0 in district. You look at Loving, they're 7-8, 0-1 in district, and you know yourself as a player, basketball, volleyball, it doesn't matter. District games are huge.
Yeah.
So it's good to be off to a 1-0 start, even though you're a little under 500 on the overall record, right? So this one is important tonight, and I'll tell you what, Loving's had some good girls basketball teams in recent years, and they've given Tatum a run for their money. And the visiting Falcons have a 2-point lead here with a timeout on the floor. And there is the buzzer, so it won't be long until we are back to action. You can see the pink of the Lady Falcons tonight. And this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And, it ties into that, wearing pink. So that is why, because usually they're pretty much the same color as Tatum, red, white, and black. But they're wearing the pinks tonight. There is the serve. That's Slover on the return. But it'll be a little short of the net, and that'll be a point for the Falcons. And now they have a 3-point advantage. And it is number 8, Brooke Rodriguez, who is serving. That'll go to Slover. And again, it's a little short of the net and kind of in no man's land for the folks up front. Ciara Jimenez, that's a tough play to make when it's coming down in front of the net. You really don't have anywhere to go with it.
Yeah, being in front of the net, in the net, it's a hard play.
Another serve, and Loving has opened up a 4-point lead, and that is going to be a winner on the serve from Rodriguez. And one thing I have noticed, sometimes Tatum will tend to lose focus, the girls of varsity here, and let them kind of slip away. And right now they need to bring attention back to getting the point and getting the serve back. They're down 9-4. That is Villasenor. The drop shot's going to go for the Tatum Coyotes. So just as I say that, they do just that. They get the point, and they'll have the serve, and that'll make it a 9-5. 9-5. I almost thought that looked like a 6. And it'll be Villasenor to serve for Tatum. Return there from number 15, Jocelyn Olivo. And there is the put-away attempt by Tatum. That was Mariscal. And that's going to go long, I believe. Yeah, Tatum gets the point there. 9-6. So they have cut the lead a little bit. Trailing by 3 with Villasenor to serve again. And that's a tough play up front for Mariscal, I should say. I think Loving was expecting a return there. And a one-hander did not work for Tatum. So the serve will go back to the other side, and the lead's back to 4. It's 10-6. Opening set of this district matchup tonight. Girls Varsity Volleyball, HobbsAmerica.com. Tatum Sports YouTube channel. That's Maya Vasquez on the serve for Loving's Lady Falcons, and she puts that one in the net, and she shows her disgust with it. You got to at least get it over the net, I think she was saying to herself, if you want to keep it in play. Georgia Weir will go back and serve now for Tatum. And that is Montoya, Karen Montoya. A push by the front line. Now they're going to set up Villasenor. Good get by Montoya there. And a good block up front, working hard, is Sydney Rice, number 7. And that is a winner from Mariscal. She put it right in the area where it was in between several players from Loving, and they couldn't handle it. So the lead now is cut to 2. It's 10-8. Visitors leading it here. Falcons and Coyotes. Montoya to Vasquez. There's a kill shot attempt. Rice got a block attempt on it, but the point is still going to go to the Falcons. So good action going on here, and the lead back to 3. And Jocelyn Olivo, number 15, is going to put it in play for Loving. It'll be best of 5 tonight. That one in no man's land. Good job by the Coyotes. They're going to get that point. When it's that close to the net, it doesn't matter how many good players you have up front. It's sometimes you just don't really have much you can do with it. Oh wait, it went to Loving, didn't it? Yep, sure did. 12-8. Olivo continues to serve. That is Jimenez for Tatum. To Vasquez. And the kill attempt and a good get on the back line by Avery Hennard. And the point will go to the Coyotes. The kill attempt was from number 11, Katie Montoya, for Loving. So 12-9, the margin 3 once again. Opening set, best of 5. If you are tied at 2, you play a 15-point tiebreak in that last one. We go to 25, win by 2 in the rest of them. Good serve and a good return from number 8, Rodriguez, Brooke Rodriguez, for Loving. There's Montoya. And a good work on the back line by Hennard for Tatum. And the drop shot tried by Mariscal is going to be a point for the Tatum Coyotes. So they've got it down to 2 now. And the serve, and that's going to be Isela Alarcon back to put it in play for Tatum. Close as they've been since 0-0, and that is a service winner. And Alarcon celebrates, and it's 12-11. So we're about halfway to 25, and Tatum has managed to claw their way back in it. That's a good thing. Momentum's kind of swinging their way, Abby. To the middle we go, and that one went the wrong way for Loving, but they get it over. And it's going to wind up being a point for the Falcons. Sometimes things don't go the way you intend, but they get the point anyway. And the lead is 13-11 Loving here in the opening set. Martinez serving. That's off Slover. That's a tough play. Good work by Villasenor to get it over. And the drop shot, and that'll be a point Loving. Now, it looked like she was in the net, number 8, Rodriguez, but the point goes to Loving anyway.
Well, I thought Sydney was in the net as well.
So both players were in the net. I guess that's referee's choice, official's choice then on which way it's going to go.
Right.
But that puts the lead back to 3, Abby. And the lefty serve, and being a left-hander myself, I know that you have this, it spins just the opposite of everything you're used to getting from the right-handers. And fortunately for Tatum, that was out of bounds. So that gets it down to 2. It's 14-12. Tatum has not led in this match, this opening set, I should say. And that was Vasquez, number 22, with a great get, keeping it alive for Loving. Give that point back to the Falcons. Now the lead is 3. And we got a ways to go, but we'll get a substitution here for Loving. That's Apollonia Cordova, their coach. Also wearing pink. Or is that one? That's one of the officials, yeah. Coach is over here on the bench. Villasenor with the kill attempt. Falcons get it back. That is Slover in the middle. And a set and a kill shot and a return. Good work by the Coyotes to keep that alive. Villasenor drops it over the net. And that was a good get by Hennard on the back line. There she is right there. Villasenor with the kill, and that is a point, Coyotes, and they kind of needed that one. Gets it back to 2, 15-13 now the score. And the serve from the Coyotes into the middle. That's Rodriguez, Brooke Rodriguez. And the point will go to Tatum. Down to 1 here. Coyotes trying to tie this thing up and even it up and then take the lead. That was Darby Tucker serving for the Coyotes. And that is long, so we are tied at 15 after that kill shot is too deep. And Tucker on the serve. Took a little something off that one. And that comes under the net, so Coyotes have their first lead in this opening set, 16-15. And number 14, Darby Tucker, will hit it for Tatum. To the middle to Montoya. Good work up front. Coyotes hit the deck, though. That's Villasenor, and the point goes to the Falcons. But Tatum hangs on to the lead right here at 16-15. That is Jazz Carrasco serving for Loving. And a drive and a good get on the baseline by Montoya, Karen Montoya. That is Brooke Rodriguez, number 8, into the middle for Tatum. Jimenez wears number 9, and it goes into the net. Point Falcons, we are tied at 16. Jazz Carrasco on the serve. Good work by the Coyotes there. High set and a great block up front by Avery Hannard. We're number 3 for Tatum. That puts the point on the board and gives the serve back to the Coyotes here with a 17-16 lead. Karen Montoya for Loving. To the front it goes. They push it over the net, and with a good get is Ciara Jimenez, but the point will wind up going toward Loving. And we are tied at 17. So pretty competitive. I thought these two teams, you look at their record and they're just about the same, and they were pretty evenly matched in this one. And that's a good serve right there. Drifting toward the right sideline if you are serving from their side. That's Brooke Rodriguez. She gets the service winner for the Falcons, and it's 18-17. Brooke Rodriguez will serve for Loving. Slover, and it just drops. And again, the Coyotes, a little miscommunication there about who was going to get that, and we have a break in the action here. It'll be a minute time out. And Tatum has held a lead a couple of times, but they trail it by 2, 19-17. If I'm reading the scoreboard right, sometimes it's hard at angle to see it, but I want you to hear from our great sponsors, and then we'll be back. More Tatum Girls Varsity Volleyball. HobbsAmerica.com, Tatum Sports YouTube channel.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Okay, we are back. Mike's side here. It's Alan Scott, Abigail Duran. And what is your married name again?
Corrales.
Corrales. I thought so. I just didn't want to get it wrong. Abigail Duran Corrales. And that is going to go Tatum's way. We are tied at 19. Pretty good action, pretty competitive here in this opening set of the match, eh, Abby?
Yeah, seems like that timeout did work for Miss West.
Yep, they regrouped there, took a little timeout, calmed everything down. And so this one is still anybody's set here. That one was just a little bit long, went over the baseline, so it's 20-19 Loving. And now you get up toward 20 when you're playing to 25, win by 2, and it starts to be crunch time, doesn't it? Do some subbing here. 23 is Samantha Kozart. She comes out for Loving. And in is Maya Vasquez, who will serve right now. 25, win by 2. It is 20-19. Into the middle it goes. That is Jimenez. That is Mariscal. Montoya for Loving. The drive is going to go long. Katie Montoya a little deep on that one, and it's got to be tense when you're figuring, you know, you can judge it. Okay, it's long. Oh, wait a minute, man, I hope it is. And then it's out by just a little.
Right.
You have to have patience not to go on ahead and try to go after it and wait and let it sail long. So we're tied at 20. Coyotes to serve. And there is the drive. It's going to go off Tatum. And that'll be a point for the Lady Falcons. Now with a 21-20 lead. And number 11, Katie Montoya with that kill shot. Serving will be Jocelyn Olivo, number 15. To the front line, so Mariscal pushes it up the right side. That's Villasenor for Tatum. And Mariscal with the drive, and that's good. They couldn't get to it, and we're tied at 21. Isela Alarcon will be back there to serve for Tatum. Crunch time in set number 1 here. That's a good serve. Loving's got to get it over on this attempt, and they do. Jimenez to Mariscal. And the get from Olivo. And there is the kill attempt. Coyotes keep it in play. Villasenor. They're going to set up number 14. The drive is long if nobody touched it for Tatum, and they didn't. Jaws Carrasco had that one sail a little deep and out, so Tatum up 22-21. There's your set. There's the drop shot, and just Villasenor just decided, oh, well, I can't get to it. I'll use my foot.
You can actually do that. You know, in basketball, they like you barely touch it with your foot and you kick it. In volleyball, you can do that.
You can?
Yeah, if it makes it over, you can
really?
do it. Yes.
I didn't know that. I was going to say they should allow that. Be kind of like soccer in volleyball. We've got a good one here, tied at 22. We played at 25, win by 2. That's Hannard for Tatum with a good get. Drop shot from Mariscal. Return from Loving. That's Villasenor. Jimenez to Mariscal. And the Falcons get it back. Mariscal again tries the baseline, sideline rather. The drive, did it stay in? Did it stay in? It did. That was a big shot right there. Now 23-22 Falcons. And back to serve, Elisha Martinez. Number 25. That's Hennard for Tatum. Jimenez, Villasenor. And that's a point, Tatum. That's set by the Falcons. She didn't really mean that to go over the net, but it did. That ties it at 23. Good lag drive serve by the Coyotes there for Mariscal.
They almost left on that one.
Yeah, good play by Villasenor to keep it alive. Jimenez, Ciara Jimenez, Villasenor. Falcons want the drop shot, and the Coyotes are there. Good work from number 7, Sydney Rice, with the block to put that one on the Tatum scoreboard. And now the Coyotes are up 24-23. In other words, set point. So we'll take a minute break in the action. Falcons don't want to talk about it. It's been a good opening set. The Coyotes are threatening to steal it here after trailing most of the way. We'll be right back. You're watching and listening to Tatum Coyote Volleyball on the World Wide Web.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
We are back. Yeah, thank you for bailing me out, Abigail. Abigail Duran Corrales rolls off the tongue nicely. Big serve here, 24-23 Tatum. They get this point, they win the opening set of this match. Mariscal on the serve. Falcons rally, push it to the middle. That's Hennard. Or was that Sydney Rice? No, it's Hennard. That is Villasenor, and Tatum steals the opening set.
That was nice.
Yeah, trailing most of the way. They got their first lead somewhere around 16-15. And then it was kind of a seesaw affair to the end, but Tatum was up by 1 with the serve, and that's a huge advantage in a back and forth set like that one was. So the Coyotes go up and take that first one by a score of 25-23 in set number 1. 25-23, Tatum over Loving. Tatum 1-0 in district. The Lady Falcons are 0-1. So the break in the action, we'll let you hear more from our great sponsors who make this all possible. And thanks to you guys for watching and listening to Tatum Sports on HobbsAmerica.com and the Tatum Sports YouTube channel.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
Abby and I are chatting, and we want to thank you for giving us the heads up because we looked at the Tatum schedule on Max Preps, and they had this game at Loving, and we do home games in volleyball, so we didn't know we had a game. And TJ said you called and gave him the heads up, and then he came and gave me the heads up because I didn't think I was coming here tonight. So we appreciate that. Thanks for catching that. And
I think it's better to come to Tatum than what it is to drive all the way to Loving.
Yeah, it sure is. But, you know, nice people down there. They have a great Allsups in Loving.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They have fried chicken. They got a barbecue sandwich, and they got a lot of business there, too. Tons of trucks go through the little town of Loving. And Dawn Morgan, our own Dawn Morgan, the first lady of Hobbs Radio, is from Loving.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She has a history there, her and her parents, who are very nice folks. Tatum now can breathe a little easier. They have a 1-love advantage in this thing. It's best of 5 sets, and this is set number 2 of the match, and right off the bat into the net for the Coyote. So Loving will have the serve and a 1-0 lead. And that is Jazz Carrasco on the serve. Diving for that is Slover. And as good as Tatum looked toward the end of that opener, they are kind of right now just, it's one of those lapses in focus, and they're down 2-0. And I think they'll be able to regroup here, but you don't want to go down like 5-0 in this one if you can help it. 2-0 right now. Villasenor back to the baseline. Montoya with the get. That's Villasenor for Tatum to Jimenez, and the drive and a good get on the back line by Montoya. Diving effort will sail out of bounds, and hitting the deck on that play with a nice effort was Sydney Rice, but 3-0 now, Falcons. And they have come on the serve of Jazz Carrasco. That's Slover for Tatum. Jimenez over the net. No kill, but a push to the baseline, and that's good enough. That'll put the point on the Falcons side of things. Brooke Rodriguez gets the winner there, and it's 4-0. Falcons serving. That is Hennard. That's Villasenor for Tatum. And the Coyotes do a good job in no man's land to get that one back over. Villasenor, Jimenez, right back to her, and a good shot. Put it right in the open area there. Luann Villasenor, and Tatum has their first point in set number 2. And I know I call him the LeBaron, but what is the person that wears the different colored jersey called again?
Libero.
Libero.
Yes.
Okay, so it's close to Libero.
Yes.
The Chrysler Libero. We had a substitution go on. There's why I asked that. And of course, the Libero for Tatum right now is number 6, Isela Alarcon. That is Jimenez to Villasenor. Good help from Mariscal, but the winner will go toward the Falcons. And they have come out on fire in this second set of this match after losing the first one to the Coyotes 25-23 and a squeaker. It's 5-1 Falcons here in the second. And now back to serve for Loving is Katie Montoya. Alarcon for Tatum. Jimenez. Hennard tries to kill. And it's going to go for the Tatum Coyotes. Or is it? Now he's waving toward Loving. It's going to go their way. 6-1.
That was a confusing call for us.
It was. At first, I'm pretty sure they said that was Tatum's point, but it was not. 6-1 now. And some discussion about it. And maybe some sort of maybe a contact problem, something there. Debris on the floor. Maybe a little piece of jewelry. Brief break in the action here. 6-1. That's the important part. Falcons with the early lead here in set number 2. Jimenez setting up Villasenor, and they are there with the block, and that's number 23, Samantha Kozar for the Falcons, and it's 7-1, and that'll force a Tatum Coyote timeout. And so I kind of think I know what coaches Homer and West are telling them. Okay, we won the first one. This thing's not over. You guys need to smell the coffee.
Right.
So we'll see if Tatum can circle the wagons and get re-energized here. And meanwhile, we'll take a break. Like to hear from our great sponsors making the broadcast possible tonight.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes!
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And we are back. Alan Scott with Abigail Duran-Cortez, and that will sail long, and the Coyotes get a much-needed point right there. 7-2 coming out of that timeout. Still a ways to go. You go to 25, win by 2. But the Coyotes have surrendered a pretty good lead here in the second set of this match. They won the first 25-23. Good serve to the baseline. That's Karen Montoya on the return. And that's going to go long. That's a Tatum point. Sydney Rice is serving for the Coyotes. 7-3. And Tatum had to come back from a similar 4 or 5 point deficit in the first set. So we know they can do it. That's Villasenor to Jimenez, back to Villasenor. She tries the drop shot, and it works this time. Unable to handle it was Brooke Rodriguez. And she says, that one's on me. And that gets the lead down to 3, 7-4 Loving. Coyotes to serve into the middle. The set for Cozart. She goes deep with it. That's Jimenez. Push over by Hennard there. And a good drop shot at the net for Loving. The finesse play there from number 23, Cozart. And the lead is back to 4, 8-4 Falcons. And back to serve is Alicia Martinez. That's Mariscal for Tatum to Jimenez. Hennard goes deep with it. Cozart tries the drop shot, and it's a little too much drop on it. It's not going to get over the net. 8-5 now, and the Coyotes get the serve back. There you see Loving's coach, Apollonio Cordova. The officials also wearing pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Good get from Montoya. Falcons get it over the net there. Jimenez to Hannard. She tries to drive, but Loving has the answer. It goes into the net, but up there with a good attempt to block it was number 15, Jocelyn Olivo. 9-5, Loving. That's Hennard for Tatum to Jimenez. Mariscal. And that will go long. They had a good attempt at the kill there, but it's going to sail long by Jazz Carrasco, and the point will go to the Coyotes. 9-6 now, Tatum trails. Weir is into the game now, and Avery Hennard will take a seat for Tatum. And it'll be Weir to serve. Cozart with the drop shot. Tatum able to play it this time. That is Slover to Montoya for Loving. Cozart and Mariscal battling at the net, and it goes Tatum's way. So the Lady Coyotes only trailing by 2 now. Weir on the serve. Almost no spin at all on that thing, kind of like a knuckleball coming over. That is Slover for the Coyotes to Jimenez to Mariscal. Great work by Loving to keep that up. Yeah, great work to keep it going. And that drive was go long from Sydney Rice. Otherwise, you could put that one to bed, but it sailed a bit on Rice, and it's 10-7. I thought there was no way the Falcons were going to be able to get that back.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
So both teams playing well, playing hard. They're pretty evenly matched, as we saw in the opener. 25-23, it went to Tatum, and now here in the second, Tatum has not had a lead. It's 10-7 Falcons. Good job by Jimenez. A great shot. Just keep that in play. And what did they whistle there? Looked like they...
Double. The set wasn't good.
The set wasn't good.
Yes.
So it's kind of like palming.
Yes.
Point will go to Tatum, and they needed it. That closes the gap a little. 10-8. And Tatum trying to take their first lead of this second set, if they can. Trailing by 2 now. And that will be Jimenez, and that was a tough play to make. The set was not what Villasenor envisioned. And so the lead goes back to 3, 11-8 Falcons. And it'll be Jocelyn Olivo to serve. That's Mariscal. Jimenez. Back to Mariscal. And that one hit right on the net and out of bounds for the Falcons. See some weird things sometimes, some weird bounces, and we saw one there. That very nearly snuck over, but I think it would have been wide anyway. 2-point difference in things here, 11-9 Falcons. And Valeria Mariscal will get a rest for Tatum. She's done some good work tonight. And there's the serve. They'll push that to the middle. That's Villasenor to Jimenez. Back to Villasenor, and anticipating that nicely and able to put it away was number 14, Jazz Carrasco. And again, not a shot that Tatum intended to go over the net, but it was over far enough for Loving to play it. And I thought they got the point, but they did not. Maybe it's reaching over. It's down to 1, 11-10. Good for the Coyotes, and now we are evened up at 11.
Seems like the last match we evened up at the same, around the same
Pretty
score
close,
as well.
yeah, pretty close to the same score range. Tied at 11. Falcons looked like they were going to run away with this one, but Tatum has managed to stay in this second set. There's the set and the push. No kill attempt that time. That's Jimenez. And the drive and the point by Sydney Rice for Tatum. And they have their first lead of the second set in this match, and it comes at 12-11. So a lot like the first one. Scores were in the teens when Tatum got their first lead in the first set. Falcons now trailing for the first time here in the second. That is Slover. Jimenez, Villasenor. And she put that in the right spot. Karen Montoya unable to get that to a teammate, sails out of bounds. And the Tatum Coyotes are up by 2, 13-11. That was Rodriguez, Brooke Rodriguez. They send that one deep to Slover, and it's going to go off her and out of bounds. Jocelyn Olivo gets the winner. And again, nip and tuck here, 13-12, Coyotes on top. Hope Guerrero, number 12, was in for Tatum. She takes a seat now. That is Alarcon in the middle to Jimenez, and tries the backdoor set to Rice, and didn't work out the way she wanted it to. We're tied at 13. And backdoor, I mean, everybody thought she was coming this way with it, and she went over her head the back way. That's Alarcon to Jimenez to Villasenor, drives that one in for the winner. And sometimes, just like in tennis, it's good to hit it right at somebody, and they went right at Brooke Rodriguez for Loving. 14-13, Coyotes leading in here. Second set of this match, Tatum up 1 love in terms of sets. That's Mariscal back in the match. Villasenor with the shot there. And the Falcons go sideline with it. Alarcon. And that is in. Nice shot from, is that 3? That's Avery Hennard. For Tatum, put that in a good spot up the sideline. And that will force the Falcons to take a timeout, as Tatum has a 2-point advantage here in set number 2 of this match. We'll be right back. Here's another one of our great sponsors making the World Wide Web broadcast possible, HobsAmerica.com and the Tatum Sports YouTube channel.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And we are back. Abigail Duran-Corrales and Alan Scott here. Tatum Coyote varsity girls volleyball. 15-13 Coyotes here in the second set of this match. Jimenez. That'll be Slover with a good shot for Tatum. And a good get by Hennard after a pretty good placement by the Falcons. Diving for that one was Karen Montoya. That's Jimenez. Villasenor back to Jimenez. And an opportunity here for the Falcons, but no, again, a problem with the set. Too much hand and not enough fingertips. 16-13, Coyotes by 3. And it is Darby Tucker on the serve for Tatum, number 14. That is Slover. Jimenez to Hennard, and a good block from number 11 for the Falcons, Katie Montoya. It stays in, and that's a point for Loving. 16-14 now, as they had a little boost after the timeout. And I'll tell you, I enjoy, when I used to cover Eunice, we had to go down to Loving. They have a really nice gym down there.
Oh, yeah, they really do. I love their gym.
The serve from Katie Montoya of the Loving Falcons. That's Jimenez. That is Villasenor for Tatum. And that is a drop shot for a point for the Falcons, and it was Katie Montoya. It's a 1-point affair here now. Tatum 16 and Loving at 15 as they are trying to even this match at 1 set apiece. And it will be Katie Montoya on the serve. That's Slover. Montoya, and the kill attempt is gonna go long. So the serve will go back to Tatum, and they get the point as well. Brooke Rodriguez unable to get that to stay in. Good line drive serve for the Coyotes. And that was from Jimenez, wearing number 9. There's Montoya. Mariscal to Jimenez to Villasenor. Hennard for Tatum. Good get by the Falcons. Jimenez setting Villasenor. Falcons are there. Jimenez again to Villasenor. And getting a hand on it was number 25, Martinez, Alicia Martinez. Villasenor again with the drop shot. Good get from Rodriguez. Slover to Villasenor. Jimenez will drop it over. Cozart able to handle that. Good rally here. Oh, what a shot by Slover. Unbelievable. That's Jimenez for Tatum. Villasenor. Montoya to Cozart for Loving. Villasenor for Tatum. Gets the return, and the shot will be returned by Loving. Cozart tries to drive, and able to get it at the net is Avery Hennard. One of the best rallies we've seen all night long right there.
That was a nice little rally there.
So the Coyotes have the advantage now. And it's getting to crunch time when you get toward 20, because we played at 25, and it is 18-15 Coyotes. Jimenez on the serve, she gets the winner. 19-15. And 15 is a pretty good score, but when they get over 20, it seems to be further away from where you need to be. So Tatum has the advantage right now. And even more so after that serve. So it's 20-15. That's an important 5 points this late in the set. Loving will have to make a big run to catch Tatum here. And this has all been on the serve of Ciara Jimenez to help Tatum pull away. That's Montoya with the double hit off the net. And I think nerves are getting to the Falcons here, because they were right in this thing, but Tatum now has opened a 6-point advantage, 21-15. So they're right where they want to be right now,
Right.
Abby.
I feel like Loving's, their momentum has come down.
Yeah, and nerves may be getting to them a little bit. And that when you're on the road, that'll happen. And Tatum comfortable here, playing at home. A scrappy bunch trying to get themselves off to a 2-0 start in district. Loving is 0-1 in district. They would like to even up their record at 1-1. But Tatum threatening to take a 2-0 lead here, as we are late in set number 2. I'll tell you what, man, I'm really liking the fall weather lately. I mean, it's nice to have a little bit of rain, but the cool breezes and stuff, oh, man, it's so much nicer.
Yesterday, man, I just wanted to be in bed and do nothing all day.
Yeah, good sleeping weather.
Yeah.
Huh? But, you know, it's nice. You get some flowers blooming in the fall, and the cattle are looking good. There won't be long before they're growing those longer coats for the winter. And Tatum, 21-15 over Loving here, and that's going to go out. So now leading it by 7 and only 3 points away from taking a 2-0 lead in this match. And a good serve from Jimenez, and the Coyotes are feeling it right now.
Her serves are beautiful today.
Yeah. I mean, on a line, just over the top of the net, not too high, not too low, and hard to return.
It has a nice little spin to it.
See if the Falcons can return it this time. They do. That is Slover. Jimenez to Villasenor. Good get by the Falcons. That's Mariscal. Jimenez. Hannard says, let me put it deep. Karen Montoya. Lefty shot from the Falcons is a good one. Number 25, Alicia Martinez, saves at the moment there for Loving. They had to have that down at 23-16. Tatum was about to put them away. So it'll be Alicia Martinez to serve now for the Falcons, trying to hang in this one. Down by 7. Lefty serve. Handling it was Sydney Rice. And that's going to stay in for the Coyotes on the hammer. 1 point away now, Tatum, from taking this second set of the match. This game was a lot more competitive probably than the final score is going to show. Tatum didn't get their first lead here in this set until 12-11, but have been dominant since then. And Villasenor will be back trying to put this thing to bed for the Coyotes. To the middle it goes. Now deep, that'll be Sydney Rice for Tatum. To Mariscal with the drop. Falcons trying to hold on, and they do. And a good shot from Jimenez will drop in, and Tatum takes the second one now. 25.
That was nice.
16.
Even though she was just a little bump over.
Yeah. 25-16 is the score in the second. They took the first 25-23. Tatum would like to make short work of this and dismiss Loving in 3, but it's pretty competitive. We'll see if they can do that or if the Falcons can take the third and extend this match. I want to thank all of our great sponsors, all of you guys on the receiving end that make this all worthwhile. When we put games on the internet, we do it as a public service for folks who can't get to the games, and for people who have moved so far away, it would be impractical. And you can see this anywhere that you can get a good connection to the World Wide Web. Tatum Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. More from our sponsors, and then we'll be back for set number 3 in just a few moments.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes! Now Pharmacy, a name you've trusted for more than 75 years. That kind of history only happens with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported local youth and sports programs for more than 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Tatum Coyotes.
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
All right, we are back. First point of match, set number 3 in this best-of-5 match, and it goes toward the Coyotes, and they're building off the momentum they gained in that second one, as they have kind of been on cruise control since they took a 12-11 lead. Loving has a good team. They've been very competitive, but the second one kind of slipped away from them. The first one was close at 25-23. 1-0 here. Falcons on the return, and the drive will sail wide. And a good attempt. She hit it hard, number 11, Katie Montoya, but it goes out, and it's 2-0. Coyotes, deep serve. That's Karen Montoya. Maya Vasquez wears 22. She got it over the net there. The hammer from the Coyotes, and a good get from the Falcons. But the lefty shot's going to go into the net for Alicia Martinez. And, man, you have to be careful. They can get away from you quick. 3-0 now, Tatum. Loving finding themselves in a hole, down 2-0 here in sets. Montoya. And a good shot with a block attempt by Tatum. They keep it in play. Driving it hard and deep. Coyotes, that was number 7, Rice, who's had a good night. That's Jimenez to Villasenor. Falcons keep it alive. Good work there. And they'll get it over to number 12. That's Hope Guerrero in the game for Tatum. Good get deep by Karen Montoya. However, the point will wind up with the Tatum Coyotes. No, it didn't. It goes to Loving. It's 3-1. Yeah. So Falcons really needed to stop the bleeding there, down 3-0. You don't want to go down 4 or 5-0, and they managed to do that 3-1 here, especially when you've lost the opening 2. And it will be Katie Montoya serving for the Falcons. And that's Aubrey Young with the return for Tatum. Where's number 2 for the Coyotes? And the point will go Tatum's way, now 4-1. You're going to get Darby Tucker coming in, and also Avery Hennard coming back for the Coyotes. So everybody has seen some action tonight for Tatum in terms of players. And the Coyotes serve with a 4-1 lead. That's Kozart. Slover with a good effort. Villasenor, tough one there. It's going wide on you, and you're close to the net. And there wasn't a whole lot she could do with it. Point will go to the Falcons. And now 4-2. But Tatum is not going to wait till 12-11 to have their first lead in this one. They had it early, and they still lead at 4-2. Olivo with the lefty serve. And that one catches the net and will go to the Falcons. Caught the top cord there and then went out. So a 4-3 set here. Tatum up 2 sets to love. They took the first 25-23 and the second 25-16. And that is just out for Oliva. Oh, scratch that. 25 is Martinez, Alicia Martinez. And it's 5-3 Coyotes, and Tatum serving. Slover with the get to Jimenez. Villasenor with the hammer. And she was up at the net to get that one. Good effort, and the ball's still in play. The drive from Hennard. Falcons do a good job keeping it alive, and so does Slover for Tatum, and the Coyotes get the point. Good rally there, and it goes Tatum's way. 6-3. Coyotes trying to end this thing in 3. Loving would like to extend it to at least 4. Another good serve. Man. You're right. Ciara Jimenez is on point with her serve tonight.
She is.
7-3. Tatum on the strength of that serve, and Loving's going to have to take a timeout. And yeah, we've got a Saturday game here with Dulce coming to town as the Tatum varsity boys football team go out in search of a win here. Fort Sumner, you know, they were in that thing for a while, but again, let it get away from them in the second half. And we need to get those guys a win against Dulce. In the last 3 games, Dulce and then it's Clayton and Logan, they're all here. So all of that traveling that we had to do earlier, now the shoe's on the other foot, so to speak, and Tatum gets to finish with 3 home games.
Right.
And the one on Saturday is at 2. Then we thought it was moved to 1, and I saw a text on my phone that it is at 2.
Yeah, it is. I did see, because I seen the schedule, and Alan had told me it was at 2, and I was like, no, the schedule says 1, and then I was searching through Facebook, and, well, it comes out it's 2 o'clock.
Yeah. So we're going with 2 o'clock, at least for right now. 7-3 Tatum in the 3rd set here. They have that 4-point advantage. Trying to close out the Falcons. That's a good shot from Villasenor, and a diving effort from Karen Montoya will come up short, and it's 8-3. And by the way, I've got to be at St. Helena's family fair on Saturday, fun fair. So TJ Miracle will be calling the game for the Tatum Coyotes on Saturday, and I told him the only way he could do that is if he guarantees they win.
That'll be my first time meeting TJ.
Yeah, you'll like TJ. He doesn't ask us to do anything that he doesn't do himself. He's a pretty hardworking guy. Nice guy.
I like that.
And he's my boss, I have to say that. No, I don't. He's a good guy and a good man to work for. Good shot by the Falcons. They're hanging in there. That is Samantha Kozar with a good effort there, and they get the serve back and cut the lead to 4. However, Tatum has not trailed here in this 3rd set, and they lead at 8-4. And serving is Jazz Carrasco. That's Ava Slover. That is Hennard with a good shot for Tatum. Falcons go deep. Did it stay in?
I think it was out. Or it was in, yeah. You're right, it was in.
8-5, so Loving trying to rally here, as Tatum has had to do in both the first 2 sets. They were behind. But leading here in the 3rd, and they won the first 2 anyway. Hennard again goes down the line with that one. That is Montoya to Kozar. No, scratch that. Is number 8, Rodriguez. Villasenor with the dropper for Tatum, and that's going to be a point for the Coyotes. So good decision right there. Good place to put it. And it'll be Villasenor to serve, and the Coyotes have a 9-5 advantage. Good deep serve. Karen Montoya with the get into the middle to Olivo. To Villasenor, Jimenez, Mariscal. And they've tried to fake the kill shot and drop it over, and it's Jocelyn Olivo. She couldn't get that done. Point Tatum, and it's a 10-5 advantage. Falcons cannot afford to let them get too much further ahead, or Tatum is going to cruise in this one. Drop shot. Good work by the Coyotes. That's Jimenez. Montoya for Loving. And a push down the line by Brooke Rodriguez. That's Mariscal. Montoya able to get it. Mariscal will get the double hit. Oops, and I'm falling backwards here. I thought these things had a back. This is a nice gym, too. I like this one, too, but sometimes I want to tip myself backwards off the bench seat here. Because a lot of times I'll do a basketball game or a volleyball game with the chairs. You guys have some darn nice chairs. Those white spongy ones are good.
Those are really comfortable.
10-6. Loving trying to hang in there. That's a let service. Slover with a good effort to Jimenez, and they keep it in play. And Hannard very nearly had the kill. Slover there to Jimenez, sets up Mariscal, and that'll be a winner for Valeria Mariscal. 11-6 Tatum. Substitutions working here, and even the referees, the officials are wearing those nice pink polo shirts tonight. It's all about breast cancer awareness. Jimenez in the middle, and the shot from Georgia Weir. And that's a good drive from Brooke Rodriguez, but Slover is there. Mariscal down the line. And point Tatum. That one was close. It was trying to hug the sideline, but it's going to go out, right? Or they're going to give it to Loving. The official is saying, take it Loving's way, I think. Yep, Falcons are going to get that point. It was close on the sideline there. So it's 11-7 Coyotes. Weir will come out, and Avery Hennard will come in. She's had some good moments tonight. And the Falcons will serve down by 4. Jocelyn Olivo to serve. Ciara Jimenez. And a drive from the Coyotes is going to go long. Sydney Rice had that one sail a bit on her. So it's out, and that gets the lead down to 3. It's 11-8 Tatum. Set number 3, Tatum up 2-0 in the best of 5. Jimenez, Mariscal. 22 is Vasquez for the Falcons, and one official says it's Tatum's point, the other one says it's Loving. See if they can get on the same page. Who's going to get it? Falcons do it. That's like you ask somebody which way, and they go this way.
Yeah.
And point both directions. But it goes to Loving, and now things are tightening up, and Tatum wants to talk about it. 11-9 here in set number 3. Tatum took the opener 25-23, and the second one 25-16. It's 11-9 right now. Back in a moment. Right now, a word from our great sponsors.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Right, we are back. Alan Scott, Abigail Duran Corrales, and we saw that point go to Loving, and it's tightening up, 11-10. Tatum has not trailed, but Loving threatening to tie this third set up. There's the set, and it sails toward the Tatum side, so they couldn't kill it, but the point still goes to the Falcons anyway. We're knotted at 11. That set was right even on top of the net. Falcons can take their first lead of this set, number 3. And they do. Mariscal into the net. So it is 12-11 Loving. It's the first time Tatum's trailed in set number 3. And the drive is going to be a point for the Falcons. And now they are feeling some momentum. Good shot from number 11, Katie Montoya. 13-11 now. They are up by 2, and they have been down. They were down by as much as 6 points. Jimenez for Tatum. 22 is Vasquez for Loving. That's a good drive down the sideline from Olivo. Jimenez for Tatum. And that point, and they needed it, will go to the Coyotes. Working hard up at the net with Sydney Rice. And so it's a 13-12 score here in set number 3, but Tatum on the lower side of that here, and they've led most of the way in this third. Alarcon to serve. Diving get from Karen Montoya, the libero. And that is Rice into the net for the Coyotes, and they go down by 2 here again, 14-12. And stepping back to serve will be Brooklyn Rodriguez. And if you are Tatum, we're getting substitutions here. You would like to put them away here because if they do win this one, then they'll carry momentum and may extend this thing after you had a chance to win it in 3. So we'll see. Could go either way here. 14-12. Falcons lead it. That is a good shot from Mariscal. Put that one away. 14-13. That was a big shot at the right time if you are a Tatum fan. Cozart will come out. Maya Vasquez, number 22, is in for Loving. In for Tatum is Hope Guerrero. Or Guerrero, I guess it is. Hope Guerrero. Wearing number 12 to serve. Into the middle. The get by Rodriguez for Loving. That's Slover, who does good work in the middle for Tatum all night. Deep to Montoya. And the set and the drive and the point. Falcons, that was Jazz Carrasco who put that one away. Falcons by 2, 15-13. And Cozart was not out long. She is back in, number 23, Samantha Cozart for Loving. Serving is Katie Montoya, wearing number 11. And Tatum will sub as well. Okay. We'll take a little time out for some tea and crumpets there, and now we are ready to play. 15-13. And that's going to go long, just out for Loving. So Tatum gets the point without expending much energy on that one as the serve was long. So it's 15-14. Service for Tatum, down by 1. Putting it in play is Darby Tucker, number 14. That is Slover for the Coyotes. In the middle to Jimenez. Villasenor with a good hustle play there. Falcons keep it alive. Slover into the net. Jimenez had that one. She was going the other way and then had to put on the brakes and unable to catch up with it. So down by 2 now, Tatum Coyotes. Alicia Martinez, number 25, to serve for Loving's Falcons. She is the lefty. Get by Mariscal. That's Villasenor. The drop shot from Loving. Jimenez with the push. The set and the drop, and the Coyotes are there. And you got to get it over there. Good work from Hennard, or make that number 3. Yeah, it is Hennard. Point Tatum there. So Hennard with the important shot there because you only get to hit it 3 times. She had to get that one in place. She did, and Tatum now with an opportunity to tie it at 16. It's 16-15. Coyotes are down. That's Montoya. That is Kozart. Slover with the get, but it falls short, going to the net. Point to the Falcons. They now lead 17-15. So we're getting closer to 20. This is still anybody's set here. Tatum, if you're just joining us, took the first two. Slover and Hennard undecisive, and Jimenez, and so that'll fall to the floor, and that'll go to the Falcons now. Closer you get to 20, the bigger a three-point advantage is, and it's 18-15. And serving is number 14, Jazz Carrasco. That is Villasenor with the drive and the point for the Coyotes. Again, a big shot when they needed it. 18-16 now. Tatum behind in this one. Trying to close it out in 3. Hennard will come out and Weir will come in for the Coyotes. And Luan Villasenor will serve. To the front line it goes. That is Slover in the middle. Jimenez to Mariscal. She goes to the right side. There's the set, the hammer. Tatum is there with the answer. Unable to get it over was Brooklyn Rodriguez, and you had a couple of Coyotes there to block it, even if she had. So it tightens up here, 18-17. Tatum down by 1. Villasenor on the serve. High in the air there. Difficult play, but the Falcons keep it alive. That is Mariscal who has it blocked back. Jimenez pushes it over. And a good effort there by Tatum from Sydney Rice to keep it in play. That's Karen Montoya. That's Kozart who keeps it alive for Loving. Jimenez to Mariscal. And the drop shot goes. And we're tied at 18. That was good placement by Valeria Mariscal there. Villasenor still serving and trying to give Tatum their first lead in a while. Serves that one deep and good. I don't know how she knew it, but she felt that was the place to put it, and she was right. The spacing not great for Loving in that corner there. So Mariscal, make that Villasenor on a little run here with her serve. Puts the Coyotes up 19-18. Trying to close it out in 3. That is Slover in the middle to Jimenez. That's Weir. And Weir will not put that one on her highlight reel. Tied at 19.
Well, that wasn't the best mistake to make it at around that time.
Right. Every point big now. 19-18, Loving. Villasenor to Jimenez to Mariscal. Good hard drive, deep. Falcons try to answer. They do. Back in play to Villasenor. Jimenez. Mariscal again. Good get by Brooke Rodriguez. Jimenez again to Mariscal. And that will go long. So 20-19. Crunch time here. Or is that 2018? Sometimes it's hard to tell if there's a light bulb out or not. 2019 or 2018?
2019.
19, yeah, 1 point of fair. Nail biting time. That's a let serve in play from number 22, Maya Vasquez. And that is out. That goes wide, so the Coyotes get a needed point right there. We're tied at 20. You got to win by 2. And you play to 25, so we're down to it here. The business part of set number 3, and the drive by the Falcons is tipped. And that point will go to the Falcons on that shot. It was long, but touched by Tatum. And it's 21-20, the visitors. Trying to take their first set tonight. Tatum up 2 sets to love here. Won the first one 25-23 and the second 25-16. Slover Good hustle by Jimenez. Mariscal gets it over. Falcons try to answer. There's the lefty shot from number 25, Alicia Martinez. And Mariscal says, let me hammer that. And the Falcons say, let me hit it to the top of the net and have it just drop straight down. And it did. Jazz Carrasco with a little skill and a little luck. And now it's 22-20. So crunch time and a timeout on the court. It's a 1-minute timeout. Falcons 22, Coyotes 20. Back in a moment.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
We better come on back because it's crunch time. I was going to play another ad, but I'm glad I didn't because the time's coming off here with 8 seconds. And now the timeout done. 22-20, Loving leading it, and they have the serve, and it's Jocelyn Olivo to put it in play. Villasenor for Tatum. Mariscal goes deep, and the Coyotes will get that point. Jocelyn Olivo had it go over her head, unable to make the play, and the Coyotes again get a big point at the right time. 22-21. They need this one too, really, when you think about it. Isela Alarcon serves it to the middle. The return from Carrasco. The lefty drive is handled by Villasenor to Mariscal. Montoya. The set for the Falcons, and they push it deep. Able to play it is Aubrey Young, number 2 for the Coyotes. Falcons, lefty shot. Returned by Tatum for the point. That's a big point. Ties it at 22. Alicia Martinez kind of all alone up there against the Coyotes. And the Coyotes win the battle. We're tied at 22. Into the middle. Falcons. And again, it's Martinez. And this time she wins the battle with the put away. Alicia Martinez. (23-22) the scoreboard says. And I don't know that that's right, is it?
Yeah, that's what I have.
That's right. 23-22.
Or actually, I have the other way around.
Yeah, it was the other way.
Right.
Loving has the lead.
I knew I had 23.
Yeah. I liked it better when it was Tatum 23,
Yeah.
but it's Loving 23. Tatum 22. Crunch time and set 3. And the drive and the get by Slover. That's Jimenez. And it goes in the net for Tatum. And a little bit of disgust from Sydney Rice. And now Tatum facing a set point here, down 24-22. And the Falcons looking to extend this thing to a 4th set. Serving is Brooklyn Rodriguez, number 8. Big point here. Slover for Tatum to Jimenez to Mariscal. Drop shot. Falcons handle it. They'll go deep. That is Slover. Jimenez to Mariscal. And the Falcons are there. Jimenez again. Mariscal tries to drop. Slover there. Jimenez to Mariscal. And that'll go Tatum's way. That is a big point, and now you need another one because it's 24-23. You can't afford to give this one up either. And it really hangs in the balance when you're this close, this late.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, man, if I don't get my serve in, we lose. And, oh, if we don't return this serve, they tie it up. Falcons set up for the kill. That is a good play by Tatum. Keep it alive. That is Villasenor. How did she ever get that back? 22, Vasquez for Loving. That will fall to the ground, though, and it's Villasenor who ties it up. After an incredible get, the Falcons still lose the point. Tied at 24. Now you can breathe a little.
Yeah, my hands are even sweaty.
So Tatum trying to squeak out this third one and make it a 3-0 victory tonight. Good push into the middle by Loving, and they drop it over right there. Good play. Alicia Martinez with a good move at the right time for Loving, and 25-24 Falcons, and we're right back to another huge point. It goes either way right here. Loving either wins this thing on this serve, or we're tied up and keep going. Katie Montoya, number 11, is going to put it in play for the visitor. Slover for Tatum. Ciara Jimenez to Rice, and Rice finally gets one to go her way. She has kind of lost a little confidence in her shot, but that one pays off. And we're tied at 25. Coyotes to serve. It'll be Darby Tucker, number 14. Trying to give Tatum the 1-point advantage. Montoya with the get. To the middle. Jimenez to Villasenor. Falcons on the return. That's Jimenez with a good shot. They're going to set up Kozart. That is Slover. To Jimenez, good get there by Karen Montoya. To the middle, Jimenez to Villasenor, and that one's going to be a tough get, but they do. Good rally by Loving there. Jimenez again. And the drop shot from Aubrey Young. Slover for Tatum. Jimenez in the middle. Villasenor pushes it up the sideline. Kozar has to get that one over, and it's going to go out. And Loving is like, 26-25. So close, but just out. And I think Loving is going to take a timeout, and they are. And it's a nail biter here in this third set of the match. Tatum up 2 sets to love. Loving trying to stay alive. Tatum is trying to close them out, and we'll be back in a moment. You are watching and listening to Tatum Girls Volleyball on the World Wide Web.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes!
Go Coyotes indeed. It's a squeaker. It's back and forth seesaw affair here. Tatum trying to put them away, leading 2-0. The serve is in. That's a diving get by Slover. Big point here. Kozart blocked by Villasenor. And they get it back. How'd they do that? Villasenor, I thought it was over right there.
I did too.
Falcons are game though. Slover has to play that one. Jimenez will go deep. And Slover always solid there on the baseline for Tatum. The drive from Villasenor. 26-25 Coyotes. They'd like to put them away here, and point Loving. Wow. Now that looked like it was going to still be in play. Why didn't he let him keep going? What was the problem
I'm not
there?
sure what happened.
Yeah, that looked like it was still in play, but I don't see any complaints on the Tatum side of things. So we're tied at 26, and the momentum is evened out. Lefty serve. Wow, what a return.
Oh, no.
From Darby Tucker. Wow. Amazing. That was a heck of a get. I see Coach Brown, Royce Brown, the basketball coach down there. He's kind of feeling what we are. He's doing the back and forth thing, and it's back and forth, man. 27-26 Coyotes trying to close it out here. That is Slover to Jimenez. And that is a drop shot from Aubrey Young. That's Cozart, and we're tied. Wow, okay, getting our money's worth out of this third one. 27 apiece, you got to win by 2. The match really hanging in the balance. If Tatum wins this set, we're done. If Loving wins this set, we go to a 4. And Coach West barking out instructions. She knows that. She'd like to see the Coyotes finish them off here. Slover to Jimenez. They want to set it to Cozart. No kill attempt there.
Wasn't the very best set that Loving had.
Yeah. Coyotes will get it. 28-27. Loving has survived a couple of match points, trying to do it again. And Villasenor to serve for Tatum. She'd like to put him away. That's a line drive serve. It is good, and she does it with the ace. Oh my goodness, 29-27 in a thriller. They take it in 3. Tatum at 29, Loving 27. This was a good one. I said it before we started the broadcast when we were getting going that they looked evenly matched.
Right.
Records are very similar, but Tatum takes that one on a great serve. Great way to end it there from Villasenor. And so they now are 2-0 in district, even though they came in here at 6-8 overall. Now 2-0 in district and 7-8. And I asked Coach West before the match there, Abigail, you guys going to squeak into the playoffs? And she said, I'm not going to guarantee anything right now. I'm not going to say anything. Just going to let the chips fall. I think that she feels like they're going to get in.
Yeah, I think she feels it too. She just doesn't want to put too much cockiness into it, and then they don't make it, or
or extend herself and say, yeah, we're going to get in, and then you don't, because it can go either way.
Right.
But they get the district win, and what you want to do is win district matches, and so they take their district record to 2-0, and a very game Loving Falcons bunch. That was a hard loss for them tonight. They played hard and really hung around in this last set here, but drop it 29-27. Tatum took the opener 25-23, the second 25-16, and they close it out with an ace at the end. So it was a good one. Abigail, thanks for your help, man. It's always great to see you. You did another great job, and that kind of frees me up where I don't have to do so much thinking. I can just watch and have a good time and play a few ads. So we look forward to doing it again at the next home game, and we're proud to bring you these ball games, whether it's football or basketball or volleyball, and we couldn't do it without our great sponsors, and it wouldn't do us any good if people weren't watching it on the receiving end. So thanks to our audience tonight as well. Anything you want to add?
No, I just wanted to say thank y'all for having me.
It's always good to have you. Great to talk to you. It's been real nice getting to know you, and it gives me a little tap into the pulse of younger people here, you know. So hope you do well until we talk to you again. Abigail, thanks for your help, and go Coyotes on Saturday. We need to get that football win against Dulce.
Yes, we sure do.
Yeah, so we'll do it again next time, and the Coyotes win a thriller here tonight, but they win at 3-0 over the Loving Falcons. I'll let you hear from all of our sponsors one more time. Please thank them when you see them. Do business with them. We couldn't do it without them. And for Abigail Duran-Corrales, I'm Alan Scott saying so long from Tatum, New Mexico.
Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are proud of every single student and their dedication in the classroom and on the court. You've made Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off. Go get that state title and bring it home to Tatum. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. This live broadcast is brought to you in part by the Tatum Schools. Go Coyotes!
The Tatum Health Clinic supports all Tatum athletics. Bring home that state championship. Your health is to be taken seriously, which is why the staff at the Tatum Health Clinic cares most. Whether it's a cough or serious flu you have, the Tatum Health Clinic will help. Call for an appointment at 398-2111 or just stop by. The entire town of Tatum is with you. This live play-by-play is brought to you by the Tatum Health Clinic.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyotes team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Now Pharmacy, a name you've trusted for more than 75 years. That kind of history only happens with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported local youth and sports programs for more than 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Tatum Coyotes.